Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I have a lore spell tier list and a shad spell tier list for the Storm School for y'all. Now, the reason I am making this video is simply because we are getting a lore spell and a shadow spell audit, either coming this fall slash winter or like kind of towards spring of next year. So I wanted to obviously offer feedback here for the devs on how they can improve these cards, but also kind of teach you guys what spells are like really good and why they're good and why some other spells just aren't good. So it's just good around the board, basically educational for the community and helpful to the devs, so maybe they can learn something. Also, at the time I'm recording this video right now, there is going to be a new update patch tomorrow, so I will keep you guys posted on that as usual. But without further ado, let's get into this video right away. So let's start off with the best storm spell in my opinion, and that is going to be Catch of the Day. I mean, I don't think you can really rank this below S tier, I would say. This entire spell is essentially keeping Storm on the map, right? It's just really good damage and 245% chromatic blades, which are pretty powerful universally around the board for anyone since it's chromatic, right? But most notably, since this video is about Storm, this is important because this is the only tool in your arsenal that allows you to pressure and keep up with other schools. Like, so for example, when Catch of the Day gets nerfed next patch, that's confirmed, you'll have a lot harder time against like a Myth and Fire, right? Because you can't keep up with their inbuilt tools to get like aggro, right? Your only spell to do that is Catch of the Day, right? But this spell, just amazing. It's only really bad if you use it wrong or if you get an Ice or a Death, because Ice and Death have really good blade counters with like Skeletal Dragon, Scarecrow, Wyvern, Frostbites, and all that good stuff, right? This spell is single-handedly a must-have for Storm in PvP. It quite literally makes or breaks the school. Also, I just realized the my camera is like glowing over here or whatever, flashing. I'm just grinding challenge mode on the other monitor while I'm recording. Okay, next up we have Queen Calypso. Now this spell got a buff, I think, in spring, I don't want to say, so it's a hit and double infection, so you could queen into an Oni, which makes it pretty good, I will say. Especially against Jades, it's pretty nice to have. But it's also like just I don't know. It's not like that good on a storm. I feel like B tier is good, like high B tier. It's not like an A tier spell because you don't really have a lot of good weakness gambits on a storm. Unlike Death, for example, they can Vampire, they can Monster Mash for more damage, and like Death Scion or Fossil, right? On a storm, the only spell you have weakness related is Turmoil Oni, right? So, I mean, if you had more like weakness play, I mean, I guess you could maybe rank it up A tier, but at least for now, it's not really important. It's not bad. It's not like good. It's just like okay. Next up, we have Berry Surprise. Now, I want to put this one in S, maybe A. It's S or A. There's no way it's down here, by the way. If you think it's down here, I'm sorry, you have no idea what you're talking about. But, Berry, I mean, it's good. I don't think it's quite S tier though, right? Because if you lose Barry on a storm, let's just say tomorrow we lost Barry, um, it's annoying, it's impactful, but it's not like make or break like Catch of the Day, right? So I think for that reason, it's not going to be on the same level of Catch in terms of the tier list here, but definitely like a high A tier placing for Barry. Just low pips, you know, two good heals, right? It's like 1600 healing, I think. Right now with the meta setup, 4 pips, and you break a debuff. Pretty good deal. Again, the issue with this is if people pack heal counters, which they pack a lot because shading is broken, which indirectly hurts fires and storms trying to heal. Anytime you get countered, you really feel it, especially on a storm. You're really weak to anything that gets countered, really. So, yeah, I think high A tier is a good place for Barry. Next up, we have Hammer of Thor. I'm gonna throw this one in D tier. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. I mean, you can't really read what the cards do here, but I'll just explain it to you. So basically, it's a hit, and it gives you a random blade and a random weakness. So you can either get a heal blade or a damage percentage blades, or an infection or a weakness on the opponent. Um, it's not good. I mean, the idea of giving like one of each is cool, but the fact that it's just RNG again, just it's just not good. It's not good in a competitive setting. Next up, we have Catalan. Now, I think Catalan is really good. I would honestly argue Cat is better than Berry simply because you can use it in more situations. Like, it's pretty much just good around the board. The only reason Catalan like isn't good, you make the argument, is the fact that the opponent can just use like a tempo move back. Like, if I Catalan and they duel, I just lose, right? Or if I Catalan and they hit and bubble, right, it's relatively even. So I think Catalan, because it's just good around the board, and you can use it in more matchups than Barry, I think I am gonna put it higher than Barry, even though personally, like I only packed like 2 or 3 Catalans since it came out. Not because the card is bad, by the way. It's a great spell, right? I think it's S tier. But it's just the fact that if you play optimally in every matchup, you don't really need Catalan unless you deck fail. That's kind of how things are gonna play out for you, right? So just a really good spell. I would really prefer if there's like a hit and double weakness, kind of similar to Headless. Because a big thing with Storm right now in general in the meta is you can't stay alive long enough to actually like do anything or like see any of your effects get value. Next up, Jupiter's Might. I mean, it's a little better than Hammer of Thor, like because you're not even gonna pack Hammer of Thor, right? You never even put that in your deck. But with Jupiter, like you could put it in your deck. It's just bad. It's just bad, right? A lot of pips. Damage isn't that good. It's just an aura, which means your opponent can just use a 0 pip counter aura back, right? So like it's just not good. All of the aura shads and like hit and aura spells generally just aren't good because the counters to them are just better, right? So you'll kind of see that to be a consistent thing along this tier list. Next up, we have Storm Divum. I think, again, this is going to be in the D tier simply because it's so bad, you're just not going to ever use it. So, again, this is a 3 pip hit and extend the current heal over time on yourself for 2 rounds. So, like, if you have a Berry or a Dark and Stormy, you cast this and you'll extend a 1 heal for 2 extra rounds. Now, the reason this isn't good, there's so many, but just extending 1 heal for 2 rounds isn't worth it. If there's 1 heal for like 3 or 4, okay, maybe we have a deal then. Aside from that, if there's maybe all the heals, like up to 3, got extended by 2 rounds, okay, again, maybe it has some usage, but it's a cool idea. It's just not a good spell. You're never gonna pack this. It's terrible. Next up, we have Teacup. Now, the reason I am including Teacup is because it's similar to the other lore spells like Moon and Ninja Pigs, which we'll see in the Myth and Ice videos in the future. But this spell is just really mid. I'd probably put it like the back B tier. It's not as good as Moon and Pigs simply because the life pip is you never need a life pip on a storm ever, right? With Moon and Pigs, you're gonna usually want the ice or myth pip. So it's just not intuitive at all with Storm. On top of that, it's 5 pips, which means you have to run P-Serve, but Storm can't run P-Serve because your base statistics are so bad compared to the 6 other schools. And on top of that, you want a burst hit like this to be either 6 pips or 4 pips, not 5 pips in the middle. If this spell was a Storm Pip and Storms could actually run Pip Conserve, I honestly think, yeah, maybe you could see some people running it. But because you don't get any of those luxuries compared to like Winter Moon or Pigs, it's just really mid, and you don't really see it used other than PvE and that one fight in like Novus. Okay, next up we have Dark and Stormy. So this is just like a hit and one single big heal for 4 rounds. I think this is actually a great spell. I said this when it came out, and I say it to this day. It's just really good damage, the healing is nice, and it's only one heal, not two, unlike Berry, which means the common counters like Pirate or Triton, they're not like that good against it. It's a little questionable to counter it with that, right? And if they do counter it with a pirate, you can just bury on top of that and get more value technically, right? So it's just a good spell, around the board. Okay, next up we have Glowbug, This is a hit and double -30 universal weakness. It's okay. It's really only used if you deck fill or maybe against death, right? This card isn't good though, simply because the weaknesses are actually undervalued on it. They should be like -40s instead of -30s. So the fact that it's just undervalued and it's just worse than Headless Horseman and it requires a whole shad as a Storm TP card, it's really not good. I would probably put it low B tier, kind of in the same boat as Headless, or sorry, Teacup, kind of like in the same area. It's got its uses, but it's really only good against like Death maybe, and in every other matchup you don't really need it unless you deck fill, kind of similar to Catalan. Iron Sultan. I mean, again, I'm gonna put this in C tier, with the other aura. On paper, it's good, cheap aside from the shad, hit and debuff. And the issue with this spell is the fact you can again just counter it for 0 pips by clicking an aura, like Brace or Galvanic, right? And if that wasn't enough, we also have extremely potent aura counters like Shoe, Poison, Chameleon. I think that's all of them, I think. But they're all extremely potent, along with the fact you can just counter it for 0 pips, a whole shad, with like a brace or something. So it's just not that good for that reason, unfortunately. I think the best way for them to like fix this whole aura problem they created is maybe make auras coexist. Like if I do this and they click a brace, they still have a -40 debuff on them, unless they have a spell like Shoe or, Poison that actually clears it, right? I think that would be a good idea. Next up, Rusalka. I think this one's a little better than... I think it's a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up a tier. I'm gonna put Rusalka above Sultan, and that's because it's not a negative aura, right? So, the negative aura counters I listed, like Chameleon, Shoe, and Poison, are all extremely OP right now. The positive auras, I mean, there's what? Thieving Dragon and Shoe, which, I mean, they're good, but they're not, like, as broken. And then lastly, we have Sound and Musicology. I'm going to put this in C tier. It's just bad. I mean, the damage is bad. It's a whole shad. The blade potency is bad. And the fact you're putting a whole shad into this, and they can just simply click impair any school immediately after, and your whole shad is erased. It's just a worse catch of the day. Worse damage, worse blades. Once you get countered, you're worse off because this is a whole shad. Anyways, that's my tier list, y'all. Let me know your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. What do you think about it? What would you change if you do not like it? And yeah, I hope to see you guys on the next video. Should be covering the patch notes of the new update that's coming out tonight. So that'll be cool. Thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye.